There are a few reasons why you won't make it as a photographer, and I'm not saying this telling you that you can't make it as a photographer. It's actually the opposite. I'm telling you right now that you can make it as a full-time freelancer with your camera. And I had to tell you that when I came to London 8 years ago, I was chasing my dreams and it's what I wanted to do. And it took me years to get it, and I did so many mistakes, and if I'm honest with you, I could have made it way before I did. And those mistakes are the ones I'm gonna talk about today, guys, because I don't want you to do the same as me when I started, because that is gonna speed up the process for you to make money with your camera. The first point I want to talk about is confidence. I think this is the most important as a photographer. I'm sure you saw many photographers with very average quality that they are making it happen for themselves. And you may have even better quality than them and you didn't make it. And this is because they are confident and you are not. And I did this many times. I'm too scared or I don't have confidence enough, and I could be landing bigger gigs than I do even. And I don't do it because I don't point high from time to time. Sometimes I have confidence and I point high and I get it. So it's all about confidence, going out there and make it for yourself, because if you don't have confidence, you're not gonna grow and the clients are not gonna trust you. If you are into studio photography, this is how I started. I was in London and I was hitting my head towards the wall thinking, how I'm gonna have a studio in London because it's super expensive and I pay a lot of rent for my flat. So I was thinking, okay, I'm gonna do a home photography studio like the one I have, and I can promise you this one is way fancier, even though it's very cheap. I have a video about this, I'm gonna link it down below. It's very cheap, but it's quite good, it looks very good. But time ago, I didn't even have a backdrop. So my first professional photo shoot with a London artist was in a bedroom, in a shitty flat in London, because London flats are falling apart, most of them, and they're very expensive. And it was a very average bedroom. And I have just a white wall, and I had to bring that artist to my house. And this is happening to you for sure as well, guys. You are too scared to bring clients to your home photography studio because you think it's not professional. Let me tell you that in London, many of us do that. So probably you're gonna feel more relieved to know that it's something quite normal. And so many friends, DJs as well, and producers, they made me be confident doing this because they told me, Laura, I've been in other photographers' places, and it's as well a home photography studio. I was terrified, so I wasn't taking bookings because I was too scared to bring them to my place. And guys, my place now looks very good. In my opinion, for being London, it's not amazing, but for being London, it's good. But I've been in such a crap flat, and I had to bring people to those flats to take professional photography and charge. I was charging. So at the beginning, I was so scared, I was terrified, and then when I did it, people don't care, guys. Clients don't care as long as you give them good quality. And my quality was pretty good. They told me at the beginning that they thought I had a proper photography studio, like a big one. So this is a compliment for myself. Because if I'm able to do good pictures in a bloody bedroom, imagine with a studio. So it's how I started. If you are into studio photography, don't be scared to bring people at home and do it in your home photography studio because it's gonna work as long as you give them quality. Also, confidence about charging. I have a video in my private community, it's an exclusive video for those who are members over there, and I did a video talking about confidence, how to earn confidence while charging with clients. And this is a very interesting topic. You have a video over there if you wanna be a member, otherwise I tell you a bit roughly right now, but guys, you have to charge. You always think you don't have the level to do it, but guys, the only thing you have to do is match the level to the photography quality the client wants. If you apply to a big company or you approach a client who have an amazing photography in their Instagram, don't do that. Of course, you're not gonna have confidence. But you approach someone who has less quality pictures, that person gonna be happy to work with you anyway, and you charge a little. Start low, but always charge something, because otherwise you're never gonna make money from the industry. The next reason would be laziness. And I know it's not really laziness, because I know we all have that job to pay our bills. I used to have it as well. I was working long hours, standing on my feet as an stylist, fashion stylist, in Harrods, Harvey Nichols, and many luxury boutiques in London. And London drains you. You spend long hours outside the house, you are very tired, and you work a lot of hours. So that was paying my bills. Then I was getting home, I was working on my laptop, I was with my camera, I was approaching clients, I was trying to get better with my camera and learning. I was overworking like crazy to be able to make it in the freelance world. And at the beginning, I was a bit lazy because I was comfortable. We are all comfortable in our jobs because in the end of the month, we have money. So what I did, I mean, don't do this. I don't recommend you to do this. But what I did, like when I was fed up, I quit my job in retail to start my freelance career without even having clients. And because I didn't have money to pay my rent, I didn't have any other choice that pushed myself so hard to get clients. And I made it. But I made it because I'm a person that works even better under pressure. So I quit my job to feel the pressure. It's like, oh my God, I don't have money to pay my rent. How I'm gonna do it? I was pushing hard to get clients. And guess what? So many came back to me and I made it. Then it's about getting in the flow and be all the time constantly looking for new clients. But I recommend you to have your job and don't be lazy. And when you finish work or in your days off, save always time to email clients or to improve your photography skills, but don't leave it on a side. I know you are comfortable and you have money in the end of the month, but you wanna follow your dreams, you're gonna have to work hard. The next reason that is actually quite hurting for every creative out there is social media. You guys, and me as well in that time, I was more focused on growing social media than actually sharing what I want to share. So many of you guys already requested my portfolio review in my private community, and you guys agree with me. I was telling you about your editing style, and some of you told me that brighter colors get more attention and more likes on Instagram. This is the wrong answer. You have to edit however the hell you like it. So this is the perfect example, yeah, because I edit very moody pictures. I'm very dark. And I can promise you guys that they don't get as much likes as when I edit something more light. But I have to keep loyal to my style. My style is moody, and if I get less likes, whatever. So many of you get sucked into it, and because you want more likes and to grow, and there is nothing wrong about this, because I did it as well, but just stop. Post whatever you want, even if you don't get likes, it's your art. You cannot rely on others to judge your work for something you don't even like, just to please others. You are an artist. Create whatever the hell you want without caring about the likes or the growth of your Instagram account. So please follow this, because it really hurt me time ago trying to grow. You have to practice with your camera and do whatever the hell you like, no others. So please pay attention to this. And stop consuming so much content and be the one who creates it. Please, because I was doing this all the time. I was consuming, and I love it. I follow other artists, other photographers, other filmmakers, and it's great for inspiration, but there is a very thin line between feeling inspired and feeling super drained, because you are all the time comparing yourself to others and you are not creating at all. So be very careful with this. It's good to take a bit to take inspiration, but then do your thing and take your camera and create. Another main reason for people to fail in the photography industry is that you stop learning. You are kind of impatient to make it happen, and you are not focusing on getting better. When I started in photography more than 14 years ago, there was no YouTube, there was no Instagram, there was not these online platforms to learn. I was learning everything on my own, and I'm very lucky because in a way, it's very good to practice on your own. But now you have a lot of tools. You have YouTube, which is free. And so many people can teach you new things, not just me, which I hope you learn so much from my channel, but not just me, many other photographers teach you great things on YouTube, and it's for free. And there is another two platforms that I use all the time, and I talk about them many times on my videos, is Skillshare. You have all kind of videos there about photography, creativity, marketing, because you're gonna need marketing to grow your business as well. And then you have Creative Life. Not many of you know Creative Life, and it's freaking amazing. I talk about it in another video, so I'm not gonna be too extensive, but I'm gonna put the links below, and you have free trials. So try them out, because at least you can learn new things in a week or two. I don't know how long is the trial. And then you decide if pay monthly or not, which is super cheap and totally worth it, because it's even cheaper than paying individual courses. So go check them out if you want to keep learning. It's very interesting, and you're going to learn a lot about lighting, technique, marketing, tons of stuff. And then I have as well my private community where I teach further about how to make a living with your camera. It's an exclusive community, so many of you know already, and it's a very low fee per month to build my community there and help you grow with your camera. So I really want to grow that community. But anyway, this is my private community. Then you can go to other photographers. I personally did that with other photographers, and I still learn from other photographers. Don't think because you made it, you can stop learning. I now care more about learning than even before, because I want to get better and better and better. And when you get better, you can get more money because you can charge more. And it's more experience, more curriculum, and you're gonna get way better and more quality. And quality equals money. So never stop learning. Don't become lazy. Don't be just with a camera thinking you're gonna make money with photography and get comfortable. Focus on getting better all the time. If I would have to choose one of the reasons from all the ones I told you about, it would be confidence. You have to have the confidence to charge for your pictures, to bring people at your home photography studio you don't have the budget, and to go out there with your camera and practice and learn. And don't be lazy and work your ass off, even if you are super tired after work. If photography is your dream, chase it. I did these mistakes, like I took too long because I was comfortable, I had my salary, I was tired. London is very draining, and I made it, but it took me probably double than it should. So you can speed things up if you start charging, if you earn confidence, if you practice, if you learn further, and you work after work, and you email clients. So I really hope this video gives you a push to make it happen as a photographer, because you can definitely make it, and the only reasons why you wouldn't make it is because of the ones I told you. Because the ones I told you are the ones that actually delayed me on my process. So I really trust this is gonna help you, and if it did, please like the video because it helps me a lot. Subscribe to my channel if you didn't yet, and big love to everyone. I will see you very soon.